Hey, what's up, guys? On this channel, I like to do a lot of videos on men's health and fitness in general, but part of men's health is men's relationship health, because that's an aspect of our health, being in healthy relationships. And I want to give advice to a lot of guys with lessons that I learned over the years. I'm 41 years old right now, and through my younger years, I was, I wouldn't say I was hopeless with women, but I struggled to understand what was like what to do in certain situations, specifically like how to open and like meet women. Like I had, it was a challenge, it was a difficulty, but through that challenge I eventually understood, and it became less of a challenge. It became something that I became reasonably good at. So I want to share that advice with you. And I think this is part of the thing of, like, you know, having, sometimes a lot of guys don't have a big brother, or like big brother, like brotherly advice, giving other brothers advice. So I want to do that with you, and I want to do it from an authentic standpoint, because a lot of guys online, they give a lot of like convoluted messages, and messages that, you know, don't really target, don't get right down to the point of things. And I want to give a really direct message that you can take and digest and utilize easy. So this is what I'm going to do in this video. And this video is going to be about like, I'm going to say the 5 signs. It might be a little bit more, I might do a little bit more, but 5 signs a girl is actually into you, because this is going to be the indicators that you know if it's going to be, if you're going to be green lighted or not, like game on or not, for to further it, right? And this is the initial attraction stage. So it's going to be within the initial, you initially meeting somebody, whether you know that they are into you or not. Because this is, I think, an issue. Again, I'm going to relay the issue that I had myself with guys. A lot of guys don't, like, they don't pick up on the signs that they're interested in you. They don't understand, like, hey, this girl actually might be interested in you, because a lot of times it's little subtle things. Okay, so I'm going to share that with you right now. So I'm just trying to pull out of this spot. It's a really busy street, so it's a bit difficult too. So I'll try to navigate here while I'm talking to you. So essentially, when you first meet a girl, and it could be a whole host of interactions. It could be like you're at like a juice bar or something, and there's an attractive girl behind the counter you're talking to, etc. The initial meeting, like input, the first data you can get and extract and interpret, extrapolate, if you want to say, is going to be the eye contact. The eye contact is going to be the first thing, the first indicator, whether it is whether game on or not, essentially. Not the only thing. It doesn't have to be that way also, because there could be a number of things down the road which I'll get into, but it's going to be the first important thing. Okay, now when you first make eye contact with a girl, and you're centered in yourself, and you're putting off a good vibe, hopefully you look good too, right? I'm not even going to go over that, because this is about the girl's indications that she's into you, not how to look good. It's not the premise of this video. But granted, you are, based on the initial eye contact, you're going to see whether she lights up or not. That lighting up is going to be the major indicator. And this is something I probably you guys who are watching this who might know, or who have experienced this, will know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're a reasonably good guy and you look at a girl, you'll see her light up, and it is something that she's a lot of the time is unable to even control, because it's like in a poker game, you get a good hand, like, and you light up like, whoa, I got a good hand, right? It's going to be the exact same way that the girl's going to see that she has a good hand here. There's a hot guy here, right? She's going to light up, and you'll see that. So what are the key things to look for? Is going to be her smiling initially. There's going to be a smile. There's going to be the first thing that she says that comes out of her mouth is going to be important. I'll get into that in a bit, because that's going to be one of the most important things. But I don't want to go there yet. But you'll see her kind of in excited state. Now, you got to be careful, because guys can put off the same kind of state, and that can be kind of unattractive for women if you're startled, if you're on a reactive state. So part of the guys thing that I always say is relaxed eyes. You gotta keep your eyes relaxed. Soft, warm smile, confident smile. And then if there's a reciprocation in that, in the smile, and she lighting up and smiles, then what you do is raise your eyebrows. And that's our indication to her that we are now interested in her. And then based on that, she'll either blush or whatever. She might pull back a bit, like startled, or like there's a number of ways based on her personality how she can then react to that. But you're given the indication through eye contact, soft smile, and then raising eyebrows that's showing interest. These are all subtle body language cues. Then it's a feedback to her being like, okay, well, I'm interested in you. Now, once that's the case, if you just say nothing, then it's going to be awkward and game over. It's like, okay, we showed interest in each other and you didn't say anything. It's awkward silence, whatever. So, or you just go on with your order, like down to business, and it's like, so there has to be some kind of like breaking the ice. And the guys, it's the guy's job to do it. The guy's the lead, like in dancing, the guy leads and things. Okay, I don't need to make this video all explaining that. So you have to make some kind of observation. You have to say something, and it really at this point, I think a lot of guys focus on you have to say the right thing. You really don't. You just have to say something, but as long as it's not too stupid, it's like not too awkward or something. So something observational or something like not like, hey, how are you doing? I'm good. How are you? Although that could even work potentially too, but it's just like too standard, it's too boring. So ideally something observational about the place, or I say something about the place which is an open-ended, so it creates open-ended conversation upon then which you can respond, and then you can respond to her response, and then that opens a conversation. Now, talking about speech, one thing you'll notice in her speech is the voice, intonation will increase in pitch. So it'll be a much higher pitch than normally, okay? Which is good. It's a good thing. When you notice that, this is something a lot of guys don't even realize. Like, if a girl's into you, her pitch is going to be a bit higher than normal, okay? Because that's when they get a little nervous with a hot guy or whatever else, their pitch changes. So that's going to be a major indicator as well. You'll notice that she plays with her hair a little bit more, or there's going to be some type of nervous twitch or nervous response as well. Now, going into the conversation, I don't want to make this video all about how to open a conversation, because this is just more the indicators of whether she is interested in you or not. But one thing I should also mention is the eye contact thing and where her eyes go. So a very common thing is their eyes will like go down, like kind of back, like a bashfulness, we'll call it. Okay, you gotta notice these subtle cues, these subtle body language cues of bashfulness. Okay, things like that, like. I can try to mirror it for you, but it's here. I'll try to do it right now. So while she's talking, she'll look down and things like this, things like that. Okay. While you're doing this, you're staying centered, but you don't want to like lock eye contact too hard. So it's like soft eyes. Your soft eyes, warm smile. They show indication through your interest, rewarding her interest, like what she's doing through your eyebrows. That's communicating. And then also your eyes are also scanning her to make it seem like you are analyzing her, to show that whether she is of interest to you. If you communicate that at that point, other than just showing straight interest, that's going to be a good one. I think I almost want to leave it there. Now, I was going to make this like the 5 ways that she's interested in you. Well, I'll go with this because from this point on, it's going to all be about conversation, is that she will continue a conversation at that point. If she discontinues a conversation, either she's too shy or too timid, which isn't really a good sign. Well, you can try to pursue that, but I don't know, it might not be a good sign if that's the case. But even if you just start with, if you just the most bullshit of conversation, and she continues, it's showing that you're at least trying to have a conversation, and then she'll at least try, even though it might be a bit awkward or whatever. It's like, well, at least this guy's trying to. I kind of find him hot, and he's at least trying to have a conversation with me, so I'll at least try a little bit. But obviously, you can't go too awkward for too long. Like, you have to at least have some conversational skills by that point. But I've had many situations where it was totally awkward at start, and even with the best of guys will run into this, but you almost laugh about it, and by laughing about it, you put off a good vibe, and then the conversation will eventually catch on to something good that you're both interested in, right? It's like, it started kind of awkward, but you didn't let that, like, you didn't get weighed down by that at all. You just keep going, you just keep working through it, and you kind of laugh at the fact that it's kind of awkward. Maybe you can even joke about it. Sometimes, this is the thing that comedians do, is that to break the ice, a comedian will make fun of themselves if a joke bombs or whatever. It's like, they say the first or two jokes on stage, and then it's like, it didn't really catch on. It's like, then they have that joke about themselves that they're a shitty comedian or something, then everybody laughs, right? And it breaks the ice. So there are those types of things, but again, I don't want to make this video about this. I want to make this about the indicators that she's into you, because these are the things that you have to look out for. You got to understand that when you first meet a woman, it's going to be the initial eye contact, it's going to be the initial smile, it's going to be the eye movements, it's going to be the voice intonation, and then whether she wants to continue the conversation with you or not. Because again, I'll say, like, an example where there's a girl behind a counter somewhere and you're talking to her, something like that. It could be anything. If she then kind of discontinues the conversation, does her thing, and then keeps the business, it's like, well, she's not interested in you. But if she actually entertains a few conversational points, well, then you should probably ask her number. Be like, look, yeah, we talked a little bit. You seem kind of cool. Well, let's grab the number, right? Boom, she should give it to you. And if you text her the next day and she doesn't answer back, well, at least you got a number. At least you got somewhere. Because a lot of guys won't even do that. Leave it there, guys. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this video. I got to go to work right now. I hope this helped somebody out there. Leave in the comments what your thoughts are. Peace.